How does your story end? Let me tell you a story about an incredible woman I met. In June of 2015, I was introduced to Sally Coomer. She instantly struck me with her tremendous humility, and yet love and compassion. First words out of her mouth were, "Bob, I am so sorry." She said, "Bob, in fact, I never wanted to be a business owner. You see," she said, "back in 2005, I was living the dream. I had a loving husband, Tom, who was a successful general contractor. I had 7 beautiful children. Life was good in Carnation, Washington. But that dream was shattered when Tom was diagnosed with a chronic kidney disease. This disease would change his life. He would no longer be able to work. This happened suddenly, and soon the medical bills began to pile up, and I was wondering, how are we going to survive as a family? You see, Sally and Tom were parents of a developmentally disabled daughter from birth. Her name was Debbie. Through the years, Sally had learned to navigate the state's child welfare system to ensure that her daughter received the care that she was entitled to. Sally had become so good at navigating these processes that other families, when finding themselves in such dire situations, would call upon her to ask her for assistance. One day, in the deepest of her despair, wondering how to support her family, the thought came to her, could I become a consultant? Would people pay for my services to assist them and their family receive the care that their children deserved? That's where the emphasis of the business began. She started a special care agency. As time went on, she began to add employees to provide care to these families. As time would have it, her company grew. It grew to become the largest employer in Carnation, Washington. Not only did she have offices there, she had offices all around Puget Sound. By 2016, she had achieved revenues of $15 million, gross profits of 23%, and EBITDA of $2.5 million. But you see, Sally all of a sudden realized she had a problem. This golden goose who had saved their family financially had now become a ball and chain. It had become a 24/7 job. She couldn't turn it off. She was working every day, all day. She had no time for her family and her grandchildren, and most importantly, no time to spend with Tom. When I met Sally, with tears in her eyes, she told me, "Bob, please help me. Help me sell my company." She said, "I know Tom's gotten worse. I don't know how much longer he has to live, but I want to spend every moment with Tom and not worrying about my business. Can you help me?" She said, "What do I do now?" When I met Sally, she had already done her homework. She had spoken to trusted advisors and looked at all of her options and decided the best option was to sell to a strategic buyer. Yet Sally was concerned whether the sale of her company would yield sufficient financial proceeds to sustain her and Tom in their retirement. Her trusted advisors introduced her to ACT Capital Advisors. They told her that they have a proven 6-step process that is proprietary to ACT that they have developed over the past 25 years that yields almost 80% of the time a premium over market value. Now, this is what Sally needed to achieve to accomplish her goals. Utilizing ACT's proprietary process, Sally's company sold for 5.65 times cash flow. That represented a premium of 41% over the estimated market value. So what did Sally do with this premium?
I see it kind of as a bridge, you know, community and people with developmental and physical disabilities, and kind of bridging that gap that I think oftentimes is there.
Bridge of Promise is a nonprofit organization dedicated to providing enriching community opportunities to those with special needs and raising awareness through community involvement in events like the You Are the Light summer day camps.
We want them to have a great time, and what we've found is the families leave feeling like it's a place where they can come, or their kids can come, and they feel comfortable. They see the community involvement and willingness, and they see their kids making new friends.
Not only did the sale of Sally's company meet her financial needs, there was plenty left over for her to fulfill another dream: to develop a philanthropic nonprofit organization for the encouragement and promotion of children with development disabilities and their families. This last Monday, June 3rd, I had the opportunity of attending the Bridge of Promise annual charity auction and golf tournament, and ACT was one of 24 corporate sponsors. There was over $300,000 raised and over 200 children benefited. Now that's living the dream.